Glad to be here with you today, to have these lovely princesses here with me on Love Talk. It's an honor and a privilege to be here breaking the bread of life, to have this great sponsor, one of my great princesses, Natural Hair Care. She's very good at what she does. We want to get right into, you guys wanted to interview me, and I'm just so glad that you had me here, and I guess I'll just turn it directly over to you at this time.
Well, thank you. I am Princess Nubia, and it's an honor, King Supreme Archbishop, to be here today with you, and also Princess Rogers. It's awesome. Christ Looks Like Me, and Don't Be Fooled, Learn Your ABCs, the Fox book. These are some beautiful books. I had the opportunity to read some of them, and we would like to focus on those.
Well, it is an honor to be with you here, King Supreme Archbishop. I'm honored, I'm excited, because I love to pick your brain. That is one of the things that I was intrigued by when we first met, is you had a lot of knowledge and you were willing to share it. So when you started to write the material on the pages, that was awesome to me, because it gave me a chance to take it home and look at it. So one of the things that I was fascinated by was the word beginning. And you talk about this in the series Christ Looks Like Me. And I really want you to share the why did you even look at this word? The Bible is so huge. Why did you choose to look and expound and find what's in this word?
Well, thank you, both of you, Princess Nubia and Princess Felicia. As you know, that the Bible, I have always had questions about the Bible, even from the age of 12, when I first had my experience with the Holy Spirit.
Okay.
So maybe we can just do a medley today about the different books, and give the viewing audience time to know a little about myself and yourself, and why you're interviewing me. Well, when you look at the Bible, the King James Version of the Bible, the last time I counted, I had almost over 300 and something plus Bibles. You have so many different translations that, especially the people of color, is not familiar with. So I like the King James Schofield Study Bible. It's one of my favorites that I like to use to mark up, because some of the things that he deals with as a scholar, I agree with, but sometimes we don't. But that's just life, you know. The ups and downs is part of what makes you grow. So when you look at the King James Bible, the transliteration, I think I have one here with me as we doing the medley. A lot of people feel that this is my Bible, as you can tell. I'll just look right here and the camera see my beautiful, lovely Bible. It's taped all up with all kind of markings in it. Well, that's just the King James Schofield Study Bible. But a lot of people think that they actually have the King James Version. If you do not have where it says the Holy Bible with its 1611 edition on it, and I'll give the cameraman time to zoom in if you need to, but it have to say 1611, which is written in Old English. But most of us is not familiar with that, so we go with the Bibles that we're familiar with: the Tyndale, the Schofield, the Thompson and Chain, the Dates, the Ryrie, the Moody Press. We don't even go with Geneva Bible, the Vulgate. So we stick as close to the language that they can understand. So the first word in the Bible is beginning. It's not in, and it's not the. In is not a word, and the is not a word, because it's only one vowel and one consonant. It takes 4 consonants to make a word. So the first word in the English language in the Bible is beginning. In the Hebrew tongue language, it would be Rosh. Rosh. Rosh is mentioned one time in our scriptures. That's Genesis 46 and 21, which is the ancient name for Russia. Also, beginning means the head. 2 heads, which was Benjamin, an African nation, and Russia, which was the northern tribe. You will find in the New Testament the Scythians, and maybe we can get there a little bit later. So you will find that in the King James Version, you have to go back into the different languages, because America is just barely under 300 years old. Our independence was 1776. 2-year celebration, 200-year celebration was 1976. So you count from 1976 to 2010, you see it just brings you 34 years, if my math is correct. So 234 years is America. So we cannot read the scriptures and get an understanding about the Bible just the way that we have been taught to read it. So just going through the Matley, you'll find this in the Christ Look Like Me volume. And people say, well, King Supreme Archbishop G. Jones, why do you have this on this cover here?
Yes.
Well, if you study biblical history, there was no Gentile in that geographical area during this time. But maybe I'll just leave that for another time if you want to ask that question.
Okay. King Supreme Archbishop, as I listened to you, you stated a lot of different things, gave us a lot of information. First, by even explaining to us the beginning, was the original first word in Genesis, and you gave us the word Rosh. For our viewers, how do we come about finding Rosh? What do we use? Where would we find that at to say this is what this word means?
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, great. You're a good interview. You interviewed me very well. You'll find I bought as many books as I could bring with me today. This is a James Strong's Concordance. That it has every word in the Bible. Also, in the back of this book, you'll have a Hebrew and Chaldean dictionary and a Greek dictionary for the New Testament. The Hebrew and the Chaldean is for the Old Testament, from Genesis to Malachi. It's Hebrew and Chaldean. So when you go into the language, in Hebrew, in the beginning will be Barashit. But beginning will be just Reshit, and Rosh, which is the two heads. So you will find the word. If you want to look up beginning, you'll take this word and use it just like a regular dictionary. Genesis 1:1, beginning. It will give you a number. You'll go back to the back of the book. If you're in Genesis, it's the Old Testament, and it'll give you the meaning of that word during biblical times. So when you hear a lot of people actually talking about various things about the Bible, what's going to happen in 2012, what happened with Reagan when he was in office, and these things are already documented. But we have to make sure that we are ready for this. We're ready to wind up in the next 30 seconds. I want to take the time to give you another chance to ask another question if you wanted to briefly.
Well, just share with us this. I hear the word transliterate. You've used it once or twice while we've been here. Just give our viewers an understanding of what transliterate means for us when we read the King James.
Well, some people, especially when you deal with the Christians in Islam, we have a lot of arguing and bickering back and forth about the Injil, which is the Old and the New Testament in their time. It's just a transliteration of this Bible, King James. Okay? King James did not translate it. So until maybe next time, we can get it the next segment when we pick it up on the next time you guys invite me out. Okay? Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for coming out.
Yes, thank you.